Hello students, good afternoon. I hope all of you are fine. Today we are going to discuss English 2. Why? Because we have finished our English 1 syllabus and our English 2 syllabus is pending. So we will finish that now. Okay. So previously what we have seen in our English 2, that is chapter 11 and 12, right? We have seen chapter 11 and 12. What are those? That is present continuous tense and simple past tense. Okay. Today we are going to see simple future tense and can, should, may, must. Unit 13 and Unit 14. Okay. We will discuss first what is a simple tense, how it is, how we can create it, and we will do some exercise of it. Okay. So let's begin with this. Unit 13 simple future tense. So in that the simple future tense tells us about an action that will happen in the future. Right? The action which is not happened yet, it will in the future it will happen. Like you will be going home by 5 o'clock, but still you are in a school, but you will go by 5 o'clock, right? So that way we will show over that thing action in future by simple future tense. Read the sentences. So I shall go to the market tomorrow. They will come to our house in evening. So if you notice here, what is there? Shall go and will come. Okay. Market tomorrow. That means you are going market by tomorrow, right? And in the evening you have some guests are coming. So this is not happen. This is going to happen in the evening or by tomorrow. So that we will show by simple future tense. Okay, like our exam is going to happen end of this month. So exam is not happened yet. It will happen, right? It will happen. So that we will show by simple future tense. Then how we will form in the simple future tense? So the main thing is shall will plus our base or root form of the verb. That thing only will come. While creating a simple future tense, what verb we will write? That first we will write shall or will. Any one will write. Then we will write base form of the verb, main form of the verb. That only we will write. That's only the things we will do here. Okay, you can see here. Then also, when we will use shall and we will use we. Sorry, when we will use will, whether we should use shall or we should use will. That we will see by this. If I and we is there, what is there? I and we. So we will use shall. I shall go, we shall play. Right? So shall go and shall play. You see, with I we have used shall, with we have used shall. Right? I shall go for a swim in the evening. I shall play in the park in a short while. Right? Now further that with you, he, she, it, they. Whenever this is there, you, she, it, they, and singular noun and plural noun. Out of this, anyone is there, we will use will. That's it. Right? When we should use shall, that we have seen. When we should use will, that also is written here. Correct? So let's see example of will. You can see here. You will need these things during the trip. He will go to the pet shop pet shop tomorrow. She will buy this dress. It will be sunny day today. They will attend the meeting on Friday. Preeti will visit Madhuri next month. Akshay and Paras will come to the fair with their friends. So you see, will come, will visit, will attend, will be, will buy, will go, will need. So in all of this, if you notice, what is that? That it is started with will. Correct? Then if you notice what is there, that verb in a main form or root form, right? Nothing else is written or second form is written, as it is base form is written, right? So that way we will create a simple future tense. So what we understood here, while creating simple future tense, we will use shall. This is S means shall, W means will plus our verb, main form of the verb. Nothing else is there in this part. Simple future tense. Only this thing we should remember, that verb will come in this format, that is shall will plus our main root of the verb. Okay. So let's see some exercise. Here you notice what is given there. Fill in the blank with the correct form of the verb in brackets. Use simple future tense. What we need to do? We need to do in a simple future tense. That is our task. So you notice here, first question, that is Ganga and Latika. Who is Ganga and Latika? That is two person, that is a plural. So we will use will, right? So will. And verb should be in a main form. Decorate will be same, decorate the whole soon. That's it. You see, only we just need to write shall will plus verb. So here will come because here plural is there, and decorate more than one person is there, so will come. Here we, so we is there, so when I and we is there, we will use shall. So I wrote shall, and verb order is given. So what is the basic form of order? That is order itself. So shall order the food in an hour. The boys, here yeah, here it should be double r. By mistakenly I have wrote one r. Yeah, you can see this. So in this third one also you see, the boy will carry these items to the hall. So I used will carry. Why? Because the boys. Boys is a plural, so will should come. And carry base form is carry itself. So will carry. I is there, so we will use shall. So I wrote shall. Exercise will remain same. Base form we will write exercise. Daily to stay fit. Then similarly fifth one, each of us. So each of us is plural, so we'll use will, and base form of the get, that is a get only. Kirti and Sudha, more than one person, we will use what we will use, that we will use same thing. Okay, here organize is written, so that is in our British word. Okay, if it is a English word, then it should be ZE. That is the difference. Okay, so don't mind, forget that. So here you see what I wrote, that each of us will get to play the game only once, and Kirti and Sudha will organize the party on Sunday. So you understood here what I wrote, that is shall will. What I wrote here, that is shall will. Then after that I just wrote verb in a main form, right? That's only we need to do in this task to create a simple future tense. Wow, we will write the verb. Okay, so let's see further. That is our further portion, that is forming negative sentence in simple future tense. So previously we have simply generated normal sentence. Okay, now we are going to form a negative sentence. What sentence? Negative. So for negative sentence, what we need to do? What was initially we are doing? We were writing shall or will and base form of the verb. These two things which I underline, that shows the simple future tense, and we will simply add not in between to make a negative sentence in simple future tense. You see, it is very easy, right? Suppose here not is not given. What is? I shall bite my nails. It will be I shall bite my nails. So that is the simple future, but we will write not. So I shall not bite my nails. We shall not push each other. You will not go to the market alone. They will not play in the dark. Only what we did? Shall will base verb. Shall will base verb. Shall will base verb. Shall will base verb. Right? And in between we just wrote not, and not to create a negative sentence. This is how we will form the verb. Now if I want to make a questionable verb, right, forming a question. Suppose I want to form a question. So how I will do? The first thing I will do that I will write question word, that is who, where, what, whatever the word is given. Then I will use shall. If shall is used, then here it should be I and we only. Okay, remember when shall is there, we will use I and we only and base form of the verb. Okay, this is how we will create the simple future tense. If you want to see example here, question word. So where is the question word, right? After that we will write shall. So here shall is written. Then we will write I or we. You can see here I, here we, shall and what is there? Question word, where and what? Shall, I and we. Then we will write base form of the verb. So here park and do. Both are a base form of the verb, and remaining whatever the object is there we can write. Where shall I park the car? What shall we do with this broken frame? Right? This way we can make a question in a simple future tense. Okay, so let's see further. So here you see that was for shall, but what if I want to go for, if I or we is given, that time we have seen, okay, I or we is given, we use shall. But what if you, he, she, it, they is there? Then we will write question word, then will, then you, he, she, it, they noun plus base form of the verb. You notice here where, who, when, how, why, what, who. Those are question word. Okay, those are question word. Then you see will. It is common for all, right? Because here our subject is you, he, she, it, they, noun. So here you see you, he, she, it, they, mother, Arjun and Partha. So all are the there. But if I or we is there in the place of you, he, she, it, then we will use shall in the place of will. And you see the verb. After that we will write verb. So verb also in a base form. Did you notice? Yes. See, where will you stay in Nainital? Who will he meet at the conference? When will she come back from her friend's house? How will it work? Teach me please. Why will they go to school on Sunday? What will mother read to us tonight? Who will Arjun and Partha contact in the hotel? Right? So this way we can make. Now we will see further that yes or no question. Okay. This one we have seen, that is a questionable answer. Right? Question with that we can describe and we can answer. But what if I want to make a question for only answer yes and no? That's it. Nothing I want to do. So with I and we, how we can form? First we will write shall, then I and we, then base form of the verb, and then remaining thing question mark. You can say shall I open the door for you? Shall we go to see this play? So this way you can create for shall I and we. And what if we will shall is not there and will is there? Then we will use will and then you, he, she, it, they, noun and then base form. Nothing is there. Both are same. One place we will use shall, one place we will use will. And when we will use a will, that when our subject he, she, it is there, and when I or we is there, that time we will use shall. That is the difference. Right? You can see the example. Will you embroider this handkerchiefs now? Will he tell us a story? Will she bring a dog to my place? Will it snatch the peanuts for me? Will they improve the look of their classroom? Will the doctor examine the patient now? Will Robert and Jack sing for the band? We can simply give a yes. He will tell us a story. Yes. She will bring her dog to my place. You see? Only we are giving answer in a yes or no. So this way we can create the yes or no answer question in a simple future tense. Okay. So let's see further, that is our exercise. That what is we need to do here, that sentences are given. Okay, convert the sentences into question beginning with the question words given in a bracket. So here in all bracket we got one word, right? So that is our question word, and with the help of that we need to make a question. Okay, that is our task. So what we will do, you can see first, she will wear her green coat before going out. So what is she is going to wear? That is green coat, right? That is the answer. So we will remove this part, green coat, and after that we will make a sentence with what. Then we will write he, she, or will, whatever is there. Here she is given, so we will write will. Then we will write our subject, that is she. Then we will write verb, so wear, first one. Then before going out. So this way we can make a answer. Okay, this way we can make a question. You can see second one, the lake will freeze in a winter. So when? So when will, so winter is the answer. So we will remove that. So when? First we will write our question word, that is when. Then we will use will, right? Then the lake, and freeze. That is the answer, question, right? So this way we can create the questions. Okay. Yes. Let's see further. That is, Alia and Wasim will go to the fair. And where is the question mark? Right, question word. So we will write first where or question word. Then we will write a shall or will. So here Alia and Wasim is there. So we will use will. Then Alia and Wasim go to the fair. That is the answer. So we will remove that one. Then you foresee Kunal and swim. Kunal will swim in the pond and fetch the plastic ball. So who will swim? Who is there? That is we are asking about subject. So Kunal is the answer. So we'll remove this. Who, and will remain same. Swim is our verb. So it will also same. Remaining all part will be same for both. Similarly here also who is there. So Mahesh and Uma is the answer. So we will remove that and will attend the wedding. So who will attend the wedding? That is the question. Then in the sixth one, they have asked about how many. How many means whenever count is there, we will use how many, right? So all the students, that is the answer. All the, that all is the answer, right? So all we are talking. So that we will remove. And how we can make a sentence that how many students will score when in the test? That is the question, right? That way we can create the question. You can see seventh one, my family will fly to Canada in July. So when will your family fly to Canada? So here my is there, so we will convert into your, because we are making question to us. Correct? So this way we can make a question. And eighth one is I shall send an application to my class teacher. Who? So you are asking about to whom you need to set. So my class teacher, that will be answer. So we will remove that part and we will make a question that who, then shall, then I send an application to. That will be the question. See, it is very easy. We are just following this format. Nothing much more. We are following this format and this format. Nothing more we have done in this exercise. Okay. So let's see further exercise, that yes or no answer. So you see the first one. So how we can create the question here also. So what is given here, that you see. Yes, I shall wear this dress for the event on Saturday. So yes is the answer. So I will make with will you wear this dress for the event on Saturday? So someone is asking you. So we will do, write you, right? Someone asked you, so in that reply you will reply I shall, right? So the person who asked you, that will tell you only, right? So will you wear this dress for the event on Saturday, right? No, Prabhu will not break this vase. So here it is a negative and not is written, right? So how we will write? First we will write will, then we will write our subject Prabhu. It is answer is negative, so this will get cancelled, and we will write will Prabhu break this vase, right? That way you can make a question. Here is third one, you see, yes, we shall reach before them. So shall we reach before them, right? We will write shall first, then we will write our he, she, it or we, and reach for them. Right? Similar way, I have already shown you this format only we are forming there in an exercise. You can see fourth one. No, my cousin will not return from the Ranchi tomorrow. So if you want to ask someone that question, that what you will say? That will your cousin return from Ranchi tomorrow? That way you will ask, right? Similarly, fifth one, yes, my exam will begin next one. So will your, my, in the place of my you will give your. Exams begin next month. No, they will not sleep in the tree house. So will they, you are asking, see this is a negative sentence. So you are asking, so we will remove this not and no. Correct. So will they sleep in the tree house? Will they sleep in the tree house? Like that we will write. 7. Yes, you will be late if you don't walk faster. So will, you will be late. So someone is telling you. So that means will I be late? That means you have already asked the question that will I be late if I don't walk faster? So will first, then we will write I in the place of you and remaining part same. Similarly, 8 one is yes, I shall paint today. So will you paint today? That will be the correct question. Will, and I in place of that you paint today. This way we can finish this exercise. Okay, how we can create the question. Okay, so let's see further, that is our unit 14. Here our unit 13 is over. We will see 14, that can, should, may, must. So we will see one by one. The word can, should, may, must are called modals. So this is very important to remember what are the modals. That is can, should, may and must. Okay, they are also called modal verbs or auxiliary verbs. You can call them auxiliary verbs and modal verbs also. They perform specific function. They perform specific function. First one we will see that can. Okay, so can. We use can to show the ability to do something. When we are able to do something, that time we will use can. Like I can play the piano well. That is, you are able to play the piano. So you will say I can play the piano well. If asked for or given permission, if you are asking for permission, that time also will. Can we play in the pool? Yes, you can, right? So with question also we will write can. Make a request. So if you are requesting someone, that time also we will use can. Can you please shut the door? Right? Can you please shut the door? So like that way, whenever we are showing the ability, giving the permission or making a request, that time we will use can. Understood? Then let's see should. Then what time we will use should? So offer advice or give a suggestion. Whenever we are giving advice or suggestion, we will use should. You should see a doctor before taking the medicine. So someone is ill, and what you will tell him? That you should see the doctor. Correct? So that way you will advise him or her. Correct? So we will use should. Then express duty, responsibility, or talk about a rule. When we are talking about some rules, responsibility, or showing our duty, that time we will use should. Okay. That time we will use should. And last, express possibility or likelihood. That's something you like or showing a possibility that this will happen. So that time we will use should. We should be able to complete our homework by 5 o'clock. So we are showing ability that by 5 o'clock you may be complete your homework. So we will use we should. All of us should help the homeless. You should have returned the book on time. Right. So whenever responsibility express a duty or giving advice or suggestion or possibility or likelihood, that time we will use should. Okay. Let's see further. That is a may and must. Okay, when we will use may, then ask for give permission. Like may I come in, sir? You ask, right? So may I use your pencil? So you are asking for permission. That time we will use may. Okay, not that we also use can to ask for give permission. However, may is more polite than can, right? May feels little good. Also, we will use may in express possibilities. I may have to pay them a visit tomorrow. You see, for visiting, you are showing your possibilities to go. So, whenever possibilities and permission are there, we will use may as auxiliary verb. And the last one is a must. That we must to say that something is very important. Something is very important or necessary. Something is very important and necessary. That time we will use must. We must follow the traffic rule. You must wear your uniform, right? So that way we will use must. Okay, so let's see further in detail that cannot, should not, may not, or must not. This is one kind of a negative, right? So we add not to the model can, should, may, must to make their negative forms. Cannot, should not, may not, must not. When we need to form a negative form of that auxiliary verb, that time we will use can, should, may with not. That is cannot, should not, and may not. You can see the example. Rashmi cannot speak Telugu. I cannot speak Telugu. Lack of abilities. No, you cannot go out to play. Refusing to grant a permission. You should not drive so fast. Offering advice. No, you may not use these tools. Refusing to grant permission. She may not want to go to Kanpur. Expressing possibilities. You must not behave irresponsible to say that something should not be done. So you see here. Here we are showing lack of abilities. Here we are refusing to give permission. Here we are offering some advice. Here also we are refusing some permission. Here we are expressing some possibilities. Or here to say that something should not be done to show that we are telling, right? So this way we can form the negatives with, we will simply write not in the end of all the auxiliary verbs. Okay, so let's see further, that is our exercise. So what we need to do in this exercise? Fill in the blank with can, cannot, should not. So with this we need to fill in the blanks verb from the box. This verb we should use and we will write before that can or cannot. Okay, like first one you see a camel. Forget about this. Blank space without water for many days. So camel is there that it can live without water for many days. Correct. So live is the correct word and we will write with a can, right? It is correct one. So it will be can live. Similar way with cannot or whatever the possibilities are there, we will do. You blank space noise in the classroom. So you are telling in some kind of a should not, right? You are giving some order or giving some advice. So we will use should not make, right? Should make, that is wrong, right? You want to stop the noise. So you should have to tell should not. Correct? So the correct answer is should not. My grandmother blank space comfortably without a stick. So your grandmother will not able to walk without a stick, correct? So my grandmother cannot walk comfortably without a stick, correct? Okay, so let's see fourth one, that is we blank space to bed very late at the night. Okay, so what we should do? We should not go late bed very late in the night, right? We should sleep early. So the answer will be should not go. So we should not go to bed very late at night. Correct. You can see the fifth one. What is written? She blank space. Her jacket is very cold outside. So her jacket is very cold. So should wear. She should wear the jacket. You are giving advice. So she should wear her jacket. It's very cold outside. Okay. So now let's see further. That is sixth one. That is blank space I blank space your head for the play. So you are asking for permission. So can I borrow your hat for the play? Right? Can is the correct one. May is not appropriate here. May I borrow your hat for the play? That is not appropriate. So can is the correct one. Can I borrow your hat for the play? Right? So this way you can give the answer. Okay. So let's see exercise B. What we need to do in that. That is fill in the blank with may not or must not. Previously we have done can, should, cannot, should not, right? And this one is may not, must not. Same thing is there, ma'am, blank space I, blank space in. I have a message for you, right? So here, ma'am, may I come in? You used to ask, right? So you are requesting for permission. That time we will use may when we are talking about politeness. So the correct one is the may I come. Okay, that will be the correct one. You see second one, what is given that in second one, that is we blank space our teeth every day. So obviously you should brush. You should brush. Okay. So what will be the correct one? Must brush, right? It should happen. It is necessary. So must brush is the correct one. You just observe what they want to tell us in a statement or sentence. Third one you see, yes Priya, you blank space in the front row. So in the front row what you can do? You can sit there, right? So and you are giving a permission. So you may sit in the front row. So you are giving a permission, so may and sit. Same verb as it is. Okay. Fourth one, you blank space your parents. So disobey. Here word is given disobey. So obviously we should not disobey our parents, right? We will do whatever they will ask. So you must not disobey your parents. That will be the answer, right? Because it is necessary to obey your parents. And fifth one you see, yes, you blank space the classroom now. So you can leave, right? So you may leave the classroom now. You are getting a permission, okay? And we blank space food without washing our hands. So obviously we should not eat food without washing our hands, right? So we must not eat food without washing our hand. Understood this part? Okay. So let's see further. That is our exercise C. What it is that make sentences with the models. That means we should use sentences with these models and read the function specified for each models. So here you see here first one is can is given. What we need to do? Can make a request. When we need to make a request, we will use can. So with a can we need to make a one request in a sentence. So you see, can I use your calculator for a short while please? So So you see, this way we have created the question or ask for a request, right? We have requested for approval. This way we can ask. So similarly for should, may, must, cannot, may not, should not, must not, we should create. Should not, give a suggestion. So we need to make a sentence which give a suggestion, and we have to use should. You should stay at home since you are not well. You should stay at home since you are not well. Right? That suggestion you give to stay home. You see, third one, ask your permission. If you want to ask permission, so may I go to friend's house this evening? You are asking your parents this permission. Or also you can make the other sentence that may I come in, teacher, right? So you can ask teacher for come in, right? So that way you can make the request for permission. Must. So to talk about something necessary, that we must obey our parents. That will be there. Or you can say we must do brush in the morning. That also we can make a necessary. So that way you can create the different sentences. You can see fifth is cannot. Lack of ability. You don't have ability to do that thing. So Nina cannot drive the car, but her brother can. So Nina is lacking with driving. Correct. Like Raju cannot. What we can say? Raju cannot leave the class. No. Raju cannot speak Hindi. Suppose. Or Raju cannot speak Tamil. So Tamil language Raju don't know. So that is the lack of ability. So cannot really. Sixth one is may not, expressing possibility. If there is a possibility, so that time we can use may not. Suman may not come to school as she is sick. Right? If you are sick, you may come or may not come, right? So Suman may not come to school as she is sick. Seventh one is a should not, offering advice. When you are offering some advice, that time also we will use should not. I think you should not go out because it is raining heavily. That means you are giving a advice that you should not go outside. So not to go outside, we need to stop. So we wrote should not go because it is raining heavily. Here if you get other example, you can write. Must not, to say that something should not be done. To say that something should not be done, in that manner we need to create a question that you must not push other children while playing, right? That should not happen because someone get hurt. So what we can make that you should not push other children while playing. Okay. So here we have finished our unit 13 and 14. Okay. In the next class we will see our further chapters, and in a homework what you need to do, that you need to write down all this exercise in your notebook and textbook, and in notebook it is necessary to complete because when school will start you have to submit it. So kindly maintain your notebook and write all the exercise. Okay, write all the exercise. Further discussion we will do in our next class. Okay, thank you.